Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. This is the third video in our series of what homeschool curriculum we chose for the 2022-2023 homeschool year. Now, I don't know if you've seen the other two videos that I did previous to this one for our 8th grader and our 7th grader, but if you have, I'm just going to repeat myself here. These videos are coming out really late in the year. We started school in the middle of July, or at the beginning of July, and so we are more than halfway through with our school year. We have a really big move coming up in less than 90 days, and we are really pushing to get our schoolwork done before then, so we are well over our halfway mark. But I wanted to make sure that I sat down and I did our curriculum picks for the 2022 year because I really want to go back and discuss some of the things that we will be changing, what worked and what did not work, because it has been a whirlwind this year, really trying to find what we like. And we've been homeschooling for many years, but every year it seems to be a struggle to find something to stick. And I don't know if it's because the kids change or I change or our values change or what, but we curriculum hop like it's nobody's business. We have tried everything out there, and I really think that now, after 7-8 years of homeschooling, that I'm really learning how to do it right. So I wanted to make sure that I did these videos so that I can come back in a few weeks and say what we will not be using. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. This is the video for our 5th grader, Wyatt, and what curriculum we have chosen for him 5th grade in 2022. Okay, so let's start with math. Now, when I say that we have chosen every curriculum out there, we've tried it all, I really mean that. So first, for his math, at the beginning of the year, he began using Master Books grade 5. And he did fine with Master Books grade 5 math, but a few weeks in, he started asking me for more practice. He was feeling like he was not gaining the knowledge that he needed as far as repetition and being able to do practice. He's really a smart kid and really likes to practice what he learns. So with him and with our younger kids, I started to realize that using the Master Books math curriculum was probably not the best bet for us, because I wanted our kids to have lots and lots of practice. Even if we don't use the practice, I wanted it to be available to us. So about, I don't know, a few weeks after school started, we went ahead and put the Master Books away and we switched to Abeka. So the reason why I chose Abeka is because we have used Abeka in the past. I used Abeka as a child in the beginning of my education, and I know that Abeka is very rigorous and allows for that extra practice and gives you the tools that you need to be able to do the work over and over and over again. So even if I do not require them to do that, it is available in the book. That was something that was missing in the Master Books math curriculum. So right now he is in Arithmetic 5. and he is working through it really quickly. So like I said, he started this late, which maybe probably would have been on time for other families and the times that they start school. But again, we started early with the hopes that we would move, and we are actually moving. So he is working through this as quickly as he can, and it gives him all the practice that he needs, and he gets the quizzes, and he gets the tests. So he has this now through Abeka, and this is what he has really been enjoying. It actually, though, turned out to be more challenging for him. And so I'm not really sure if that's the trade-off that he wanted, but because there is so much work that is on the page, I think in his mind he just sees it as being more challenging, even though, you know, Abeka does a great job, whereas some of the problems are in black and some of the problems are in green, and the black ones you must do and the green ones are optional. So we have been trying to work through that with his math curriculum, but right now in December he is working through Arithmetic 5. Okay, so for English, again, at the beginning of the school year, he was doing master books. And we again have switched from master books. And I did that because for our younger children, we chose to switch them from master books over to Abeka because I wanted the rigorous phonics curriculum. So we just made the choice to switch everybody over so that from this point out, when the little kids do language arts with Abeka, they will continue using Abeka through the 5th grade. So that means that Wyatt got switched over as well. He did not care one way or another whether or not he did master books or if he did Abeka. Abeka did add quite a bit to his plate, but it made things more organized. Whereas one of the things that really bothered us about master books was spelling. It was not in order. It had nothing to do with the lessons, and it was, you got your spelling list on Friday, which didn't make any sense. You should get it on Monday. I don't know. I have a teaching background, so it just didn't make any sense that they would do spelling only one day a week. But anyway, so we switched over to Abeka, and so now he is doing God's Gift of Language B. So this is the 5th grade work. Again, he's working through it as quickly as he can because we started it later in the school year and we are trying to get it finished before we leave. He's doing really well with this curriculum. I really enjoy the explanation that it gives, which seems to be quite a bit more than what Master Books does. But again, Abeka is just a more rigorous curriculum as opposed to Master Books that, you know, follows a more Charlotte Mason, a very easygoing curriculum, which there's nothing wrong with that. That is great. It's just not what we are looking for right now in our homeschool. So we switched over to Abeka. Now, with that being said, I do not require him to do some of the things. So when he goes through here, like the diagramming sentences, like this right here, I do not really require him to learn to do that. If it says get out a piece of paper and diagram those sentences, we don't do that. Okay, nobody is ever going to do that in their life. But that's just my own personal thing, having an education background, having been to school, you know, have a master's degree in education. That is my personal choice. I am not telling you that it's not necessary for your child. I am not telling you to just, you know, that it's not something that you need. You make that own determination. For our house, I do not care if my kids diagram sentences in the way that some English curriculum requires you to diagram sentences. So again, that's just one way where you take a curriculum and make it your own to best fit your family. So we are doing Abeka Language B, which is the 5th grade. Along with that comes the penmanship. Now, it was not my intention to order the English curriculum from Abeka and get all these things. It just so happened to be that when I ordered them, all of these things came with it. We have done a different penmanship handwriting curriculum in the past, and we will likely go back to that handwriting curriculum in the future. You'll see that in future videos. But for right now, he is actually doing the penmanship that came along with his 5th grade. Now, it is super easy to use. He just picks up his book and does the next lesson every day, and then he grabs a sheet of notebook paper to take his tests, and he really enjoys doing it like that. I just know that as far as what we do for handwriting, I would appreciate that all of our children use the same handwriting curriculum, and so we will probably not stick with this next year. Even though all of our kids this year, all of our younger kids are using Abeka, I don't think we're going to stick with it, but we'll see. I might change my mind. So just stay tuned for future videos to find out. But it comes along with his English. Also, his spelling and vocabulary, which he actually does use this. So he has a list of spelling and vocabulary words every week. And so he goes through that. We play games throughout the week for him to learn how to spell the words. And we do games for vocabulary dictation, him learning the definitions. So he has continued to use this. I'm not sure about the 6th grade version or what we will use for 6th grade, but for right now he is using spelling, vocabulary, and poetry with grade 5. We don't really do the poetry. It's just not something that I added in to his day when I started planning our curriculum out. So he doesn't really do the poetry. Not for 5th grade, he doesn't. But it's still available if he wants to read it. So that is what he is doing for his language arts. All right, so for Bible, he is using Bible 5, The Fullness of Time from BJU. So this is the only distance learning class that he has, but it is online. So he watches his videos, and they are really funny videos. Like the rest of the kids sit around and watch his videos with him. But I really do enjoy them having that opportunity to learn the Bible with the videos. He reads his Bible along with it and completes the worksheets. And it's just a really good fit for our family. I have really enjoyed our kids being able to use this curriculum. So Bible 5, that's where we're at this year. And I'm really glad that we chose that. He also does, he has Spanish. This is the grade 3 book. He has done Spanish in the past, so he has had other Spanish like workbooks to do. I think I said that in Jaxton and McKinsey's videos for 8th and 7th grade also. We have dabbled in the Spanish for many years with all of our kids. So doing Spanish is nothing new. And so he works through his Spanish grade 3 book. This is just the book that I happen to find for this year. So even though he's in 5th grade, he is working. And it's just because I really wanted to work on the vocabulary, learning the meanings of the words, and you know, making it fun before we actually get into more of the grammar, how to conjugate verbs and things like that. So Spanish 3, that's really what he has, kind of like for his extra class. Now also for history, he has America's Story 2. This is kind of like the world's story that the older kids are using, but this is America's Story 2. He did do America's Story 1 last year with Axsel, I believe. And so this year he moved on to America's Story 2. It's the same format. It's just a lesson a week and moving through the history of America. We will not be using this curriculum again next year, not because there's anything wrong with it. We have book 1 and we have book 2, but we are going to be moving into doing history as a family. And so we have chosen another Master Books curriculum for that. But this is Master Books American Story 2, which is what Wyatt is using for 5th grade, from the Civil War to the Industrial Revolution. And I have really enjoyed Master Books, the history curriculum they put out. It's really easy to follow along with, just a little bit to read. And he has also had some other books to read along with it. I believe he read, I can't remember now, but we like to go to the library and pick out books for them to read that goes along with the story. And there are quite a few of the Magic Treehouse books that go along with it. So it really helps to make history more fun. So that's that. Now, for science, I don't have the book because, you know, it's a workbook and it gets taken apart. But it was the elementary zoology from Master Books. So he started the year with the elementary zoology, and it takes you through, it has different books for you to read and worksheets that you fill out. Like it has this complete zoo adventure with all kinds of different information and things for you to learn about elementary zoology. There's also one for the aquarium, so one for the zoo, one for the aquarium, and that is what he has done for science. So for 5th grade, that is his math, his English, his history, science, his Bible, and his Spanish elective. So there's really not anything else, I don't think. He kind of just, like right now he's drawing. So that's it. That's pretty much all we have chosen. And again, I'll come back with another video later to show what worked and what didn't work and where we're going to go from here into his 6th grade year. So thank y'all for watching this video, and stay tuned for the next video, which will be for our 3rd grader, Axsel. So that one's coming up next.